I always thought people were so cute when they have the little cheeks and they're like rosy, but mine are pretty plain. If I was gonna change one feature about my face, I would say that I would want fuller lips. I'm definitely a person that looks tired when I'm tired, and when people say that, I immediately am like, oh man. I'm starting to already get little crow's feet and stuff, which like my mom has, so yeah.
I'm a forensic artist. I was trained at the FBI Academy in 1993 in composite art. Worked for the San Jose Police Department as the police artist from 1995 to 2011.
We didn't really know what we were doing, so that was nerve-wracking for everyone.
I showed up to a place I'd never been and walked into this big warehouse, and at the very end there was a guy with his back to me with a drafting board.
I had a curtain separating me so that I don't see him. We'll begin. First of all, tell me about your hair.
Brown, long, I guess a little bit past my shoulders.
Your jaw.
My mom told me I had a big jaw.
Yeah, they're brown eyebrows, dark brown eyebrows.
Okay.
I didn't know what he was doing, but then I could tell after several questions that he was drawing me.
Tell me about your chin.
I guess I haven't really compared it to anyone else's chin, but especially when like I smile, I just feel like it kind of protrudes a little bit.
What would be your most prominent feature?
I kind of have a fat, rounder face.
The older I've gotten, the more freckles I've gotten.
You sort of realize, oh man, now I have to talk about myself and think about my looks. I'm 40, so I'm starting to get a little bit of the crow's feet thing going on.
Once I get a sketch, I say thank you very much, and then they leave. I don't see them.
I still didn't know. All I had been told before the sketch was to get friendly with this other woman, Chloe.
Today I'm going to ask you some questions about a person you met earlier, and I'm going to ask you some general questions about their face.
She was thin, so you could see her cheekbones. And her chin was a nice, thin chin.
The women were really critical about moles or scars or things like that, and yet they were describing just a normal, beautiful person.
She had nice eyes. They lit up when she spoke and were very expressive.
The length of the nose, what is that like?
Short.
Short.
Yeah, cute nose.
Her face was fairly thin.
She had blue eyes, very nice blue eyes.
Okay. So this is your self-described image? And then somebody else described you in line with this sketch.
I have this whole thing about having dark circles and crow's feet around my eyes, and that was not part of the sketch at all that the stranger did. The stranger's was a little more like gentle.
It's really different. Just very strange. She looks closed off and fatter. She just looks kind of shut down. Sadder, too. The second one is more beautiful.
I think they're catching more of that from you?
Yeah. She looks more open and friendly and happy. I've come a long way in how I see myself, but I think I still have some way to go.
have some work to do on myself.
Do you think you're more beautiful than you say?
Yeah. Yeah. Chloe's perception was so clearly different. Her picture looked like somebody I thought I would want to talk to and be friends with, like a happy, light, much younger, much brighter person. It's troubling. I should be more grateful of my natural beauty. It impacts the choices and the friends that we make, the jobs we apply for, how we treat our children. It impacts everything. It couldn't be more critical to your happiness.
Our self-perceptions are generally kind of harsh and unbecoming when really that's not how the world sees us. We spend a lot of time as women analyzing and trying to fix the things that aren't quite right, and we should spend more time appreciating the things that we do like.
So the context, this probably was an internet ad since it's longer than your TV ad. It's really long. It'd be the kind of that you get the option of skip ad in YouTube videos. The audience, I believe the target audience is women because of the subjects they chose, and also women are known to have insecurities in how they look like and their bodies. So the product, I chose this ad because it's like nothing like Dove product related. Like it wasn't like you feel insecure, here is how to fix it. It's just embracing what you already have. It's not selling you something, it's not putting it in your face, it's not selling you a lifestyle, which is something that many ads do. It's just like with the product, they sell this whole idea behind what you will become after you buy this product. And I think that's very important, that they just like wanted women to embrace what they already had. There was a group of women and the artists and then the roles were women just had to be themselves in this ad. It was not stereotypical because they showed real women with real insecurities, and they were kind of like exposing what they feel about themselves. They were wearing clothes that your average person wears. It was no costumes, relatable. The body position, they were sitting and kind of isolated because of the curtain. And the body language, they were sitting down, but they looked very stressed out when they were like describing themselves. And you can see that they didn't want to cry many times. And then the other people, the ones that were describing them, they were kind of like more upbeat about it. The movement, they seem to be very sad about how they look, and they would fidget and often like rub their face in frustration. The gaze and like this ad was very like interview like. It was like sometimes they made eye contact with the camera, sometimes they were like just getting like a profile side. The language in this ad comes out as very authentic because it wasn't like scripted and they were just saying what they wanted to say. This ad talks about self-acceptance and self-love. It also shows that many times women are too harsh on themselves. And the rhetorical appeal, I believe, is pathos because it really hits our emotions and it's really relatable. And the people in there are just people that you might see walking down the street. It could be anybody.
All right, I'm going to call on two people to read something from their notes, Jaylene and then mystery person. Get ready.
I forgot for what, but you said that like it wasn't
the point wasn't for you to like buy Dove because it wasn't saying like you'll feel less insecure if you like use Dove, and I agree with that. It was just like it was just Dove having a commercial just there.
Great. And also Genesis.
What made you decide, like, out of all the ads to choose that one? And did you connect with it yourself?
Yeah. So like, you know, like sometimes I have this whole joke about how I was promised like teenage years come with the awkwardness of pimples and just looking awkward. But then after you get to be, I don't know, tall and you get to be beautiful. And I never got that part, you know? I didn't get the tall. And I mean, and I feel like sometimes I would joke about like I want a refund, you know, like I want a refund. Like I want to do it all over again, and I just want to look different. But I guess like throughout the years, I am kind of older than many of you guys. And I'll be 17. So like, I feel like I've come to accept myself, and I think that I just wanted to show you guys too that like this is something that if you don't deal with it now, if you don't learn how to love yourself now, you'll end up kind of late in your life. You'll hate yourself for a long time before you realize that there's nothing wrong with you.